Hey everyone, welcome to episode 103 of the Pickleball Effect podcast. I'm your host, Braydon, joined today by Cupcake. I've said Cupcake, it's Kyle Tringa, but we got Cupcake on the screen, the Google Meet call today.
Works. These are your favorite cupcake flavors? Yeah.
Then we got Aaron, the editor, who has the cupcake background.
Keeping it fresh. You know, you got all these fancy lights. Part of being creative is trying new things, but usually it means it's breaking. But it's working right now, so we'll see if it dies halfway. But I'm Cupcake today. Over to Generic over there, Mr. Tringa. How you doing,
hey,
Kyle?
I'm doing great. I'm just chilling in my rocking chair in my Generic room.
On the opposite, dude, like I finally found a setup in this room that like semi worked, and I'm like, I'm not touching it. It's all staying the same.
Don't.
But today's gonna be a fun one. So we got all three of us on. It's getting close to the end of the year. We're gearing up for like end of year awards and things like that. And Aaron and I were talking the other day, and we're thinking, let's do like a little preview, get things moving early before we do the big Paddle Awards podcast together. And so we wanted to come together and do everyone's top 5 personal favorites. Aaron and I like to joke about Kyle coming to the pod last year for Paddle of the Year. He's like this. It's like this random.
Alpha 1, 11/6/24 Alpha 1.
They made like 500 of them total.
500 released, and he goes, "This is the best paddle of 2024."
I know.
Now, while it was a good paddle, there was some lost in translation between industry winner and personal favorite. So what we're doing this year is we're scooting personal favorite up to mid-November. We'll get it all the way. We'll get all Kyle's Alpha 1s out of the way, and then when we do a Paddle Awards in December, we'll keep it objective. We'll keep it industry wide. But I think, Braydon, a good idea. This is kind of a fun way to do both.
Yeah, this will be fun. Well, I know that all of our lists are going to be very different because we'll have different styles. It'll be fun. I think I have an idea of what Kyle's is.
You guys are jerks.
But I'm not sure what Aaron is. You guys probably have a decent idea of what I have. But I do have one kind of surprise in there. I don't think anyone will get it.
I'm going to guess that 2 of them on my list are both on. 2 of mine are at least on Aaron's list.
Okay, it's a good guess. I have Yola 1 through 5 is just the shape: Hyperion, Perseus, Scorpius, 14, 16, and rounding out with Magnus.
I have Vision never series.
Yeah. So have you guys ever played anything better? So for me, it's easy. I'll do it 1 through 5 episodes over. Thanks, guys.
Well, great. You can log off now. Thank you.
I get 70% commission from Honolulu, so let's just do every Honolulu.
J2K, J2Y, J2N, J2P,
J4.
Yeah, J7.
Kidding, guys, kidding.
FC plus, FC minus. This episode is brought to you by Pickleball Central, though. This is your one-stop shop for everything pickleball. They got shoes, bags, balls. If you are following the Black Opal release the last couple of days, if you decide to go through Pickleball Central, you can actually get take advantage of the 30-day paddle return policy because 6-year doesn't have that same generous return policy. So there are advantages to going with Pickleball Central that route. You have an excellent return policy, plus you get the rewards programs, plus they offer the same discounts as everyone else. If you use the link in the description, it's going to apply that discount site-wide, and they have excellent customer service and a good thing going on over there. So do your shopping at Pickleball Central. Next time you need to buy something, think of them, come to the podcast, and go to the description, click on the link to apply those discounts.
And you get reward points. So if you're going to buy, you might as well stack reward points.
Right.
And then you can use
good
it
as
for free
cash
stuff in the future.
Yep.
Good as cash. So but if it's the same price, just do that.
And then before we jump into our 5 paddle best, personal faves here, I want to make an announcement for People's Choice Awards. Voting is now open. So if you go to my main paddle monitor, which is main.pickleballeffect.com, if you have an account, just log in. You're going to see a new page in the nav called Paddle Awards. You can go there. You can vote. There's 5 different categories you can vote for. You have from now until November 28th to place your votes. You can change it between now and then if you change your mind. But after November 28th, that's going to close. And if you don't have an account, this link will be in the description too. Go create an account. It's real simple. You just use your Gmail. Go in there. Everything's free. There's no barriers or anything. You'll set your main paddle, and there's a lot of cool stats around like live leaderboards after you set your main. There's about 1,050 people in there right now that have set their main paddle. So it's kind of fun to see the analytics around that. But that's where the live voting is going to be hosted this way because it's hasn't the account barrier. You can makes it easy to manage that and to keep track, make sure there's only like 1 vote per person and things like that. So you guys go check that out too. and place your votes for the People's Choice Awards. And then, and I guess last thing there is we're going to reveal that on December 2nd. So December 2nd is when we're going to do our big Paddle Awards episode. It'll be all three of us. And we're going to do the same categories we did last year. And that's always a fun one. And then I guess I had one other note here. I saw Kyle was chatting about this. And so we had to give a shout out to Annalie Waters before we jump in. She
Definitely.
What was the record, Kyle?
Every record. I mean, she's got
every record.
Well, I mean, she's got 38 Triple Crowns after today, and then 168 gold medals. So she surpasses Ben Johns. Honestly, I was gonna look it up. She's got to be the winningest, most athlete across most sports. I don't know anybody that's won that many times.
Yeah, it is just absolutely insane. Big shout out to her. I mean, yes, it's early in the sport, but you can't discredit what she's done because it is she got to the top and she has stayed there. Ben got to the top around the same time. He hasn't been able to maintain it, and it's big accomplishment for her. Super cool. We're witnessing it right now. We'll never see this happen again. No way, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any way anybody would be this dominant this long ever again.
No, so it's pretty cool. We'll see if Paddle Tech does something around this.
Is Ale Dub still working with that tungsten / tuning tape?
No, dude, she had
what?
She had lead on there.
It looked like she had lead.
No way.
'Cause I looked.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it. Either she ran out and didn't message me, or I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, that would have been cool if she had that on her paddle when she did that. Okay, this is the format. Kyle, we're gonna start with you. Aaron and I are gonna guess your 5 before you do you say it.
Oh, so I'm gonna do all 5 first.
Yeah, you're gonna do all 5.
Are you sure we shouldn't just do 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3?
I guess we could do it that way. What are you guys thinking?
I think 5 all around is better.
Okay, we'll go 5 all the way around. Well, I guess we'll follow that flow. We'll go Kyle, Aaron, me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're starting with our number 5.
Are we still guessing?
5.
Are we Braydon? And is there any incentive to get it?
No way you guys are guessing my number 5.
Rockney Arrow Blade. V2.
Number 1,000.
Number 5.
Carbon
let's
waves.
see.
The elbow breaker.
Oh, is that your guess, Braydon? Waves for 5 slot for Kyle?
I'm gonna give him. He was talking up the opal. He's Kyle's always about the recency. Whatever he's got in his hand, he's loving.
And again, disclaimer: this has to be released in the calendar year 2025.
Correct. And I had to change my list because at first,
exactly.
I thought it was just top 5.
He did.
So I had Shogun on there, and then
I knew that's what I would have guessed.
So I had to take the Shogun off.
You had There's not 4 paddles that come out in 2025 that beat Shogun for you.
I still just play so good with the Shogun. I don't know.
That's
what
the
it
thing
is.
about when you do personal favorites, Braydon, is things can stay in for unrational reasons other than you just like them.
All right.
It's just like a warm apple pie.
Okay, well tell us where Shogun would have landed had it been on the
Shogun
list.
would have landed at number 5.
It would have been 5. Okay.
Yeah, it would have been number 5.
Sending in a crispy 6 here in 2025.
No,
nice.
Number 6 is the opal.
I was close.
You were. The opal almost made the list. I need a little more time with the opal because I do think it was kind of just some recency bias that was and I played really well with it the day I played the big session I played with it. But I need a few more sessions because it might have just been a fluke. It might have just been me playing good.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the number 5?
So off the record, number 6 was opal. Yeah. What's number 5?
The number 5 for multiple reasons is the Gherkin Wrath actually.
Oh,
Wraith.
He can't even get his one right.
The
Wraith.
Wrath.
You know what? I heard Wrath and Wraith multiple. Okay.
Yeah.
Wraith.
It's the Wraith, but yeah.
Talk us through it. That's a cool one.
Honestly, to me, it because it reminds me of a Yola, but it's way more budget friendly and it plays good. It was a little unique with the way they did the foam.
Certainly.
It was just and I will say it's the only Gen 3 on my list. I'll give you guys a hint for the rest of them.
Ooh.
It's the only Gen 3 that made my list. I just think it was, even though it came pretty late in the Gen 3, that it was a very good Gen 3 at a very good price, that I think it's still worth the play, and it plays great. It's crisp. It's a good paddle. They hit multiple shapes.
Let's go shape Pacific. I'm assuming it's the elongated for you.
Yeah, the elongated for me.
I like that pick. That's a good pick. It does play a little bit softer than the Yola, And
Yeah,
when
little
10
I went and
millimeter
ran
shells.
numbers on it. I don't know, must have been like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I ever mentioned this on the pod, but they were actually higher than I suspected. It wasn't quite
Yeah.
YOLO level, but it was like when you play it, you're like, oh man, this thing is like dead all court. But it's kind of sneaky because sometimes that feel can kind of disguise the actual power level of a paddle, right? Which is why I love running those numbers. They can be really helpful there. And it gives you some like sneaky power. Like you don't realize it's there, but it's coming a little hotter than you expect. So it's not totally without power, but I wouldn't quite say, like YOLO level. But yeah, that's a good paddle. All right. That's
Boom.
good. Any other thoughts, Aaron?
I had a friend core crush one in like 2 weeks. So Gherkin is
Gen 3.
awesome. He was playing with a Hirachi X 11624 power that was not core crushed. So I don't know. Could have been you know what? He core crushed the Untitled, so that was the co-host. So we'll see. But some native Gen 3 flaws. I haven't hit that one a ton. Again, I personally don't connect super well with that 10 millimeter cell size, like more dwelly kind of Gen 3 feel. I can't say that's my favorite. I like a little bit more crisper response. But shout out to Gherkin. Shout out to Budget Paddles. That's cool, number 5. Good for you. All right. I also did a unofficial 6th slot just to talk paddles. Any guesses before I do a reveal here? And you know what? And like a good participant in the podcast, I brought all the paddles to the side so that I can show you. So shame on both of you.
I almost thought about doing that.
Yeah, I brought my paddles.
Oh, you did? I thought about it. I mean,
shame on Kyle.
I got a few of them within eyesight.
Just okay. Any guesses on the 6th slot for Aaron, the editor's People Choice Awards?
It's got to be something crispy, obviously. I'm gonna Era. Selkirk Era. No, that's
Era?
a foam. You said you don't like foam. I don't know. I'm
It's
just
not
saying
foam. What are you talking about?
I said it's not
poly.
foam.
Oh, it's not foam.
I'm going to go, just because you're from Arizona, I'm going to say the flamingo.
You know how much I like Proton. Good guess. In the spirit of originality and Kyle keeping it on brand, I also put the Opal as number 6. And I acknowledge the bias of both John Q and Eddie put theirs as their number 5, 6. You've done it now too, Kyle. I agree there's some recency bias, but I have never felt a paddle that has had ball response like this. It is wonderful, but after that, it is bad for almost every part of my game. I'm a worse pickleball player playing with this paddle, even though I keep picking it up because it's just fun. Braydon, our review went live today for the 6-0 Black Opal, and you said a line that I really, really resonated with. You're like, I don't think everyone will play their best pickleball with this paddle, but you still would want to have it in your bag. And I think that was like the perfect way to put it. And so again, as far as the subjectivity, this is at number 6, but I acknowledge that anytime I'm trying to really seriously win and maybe not have fun, it's probably not this guy, even though there's so many things I like about it. But there's also so many things that I don't know if I do like about it. So 6 slot. Do I also jump to number 5 now?
Yeah,
so
do I just
do
do
five.
5? Oh,
Yep.
sorry. Okay, hold on.
I love how we say
Guesses,
top
quick,
5
quick,
and
quick,
we're already down to 6.
All right, starting at number 9. Exactly. Any guesses on number 5 really quick? Just a quick lightning round?
You
won't guess it.
I think you have 2 Franklins in there. I'm going to say like an elongated 14C45, but you have the hybrid coming in at your
number
number 2
5?
or 1.
I think that's his number 3, but
Ooh, okay. I will say that's on the list. You guys know me well. My number 5 slot goes to the OG 11624 Vapor Power.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
Again,
that.
That's a
this
solid
thing
battle.
got overwhelmed by the era of foam. But if we go back only a mere 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, January 2025, when foam was just a glinter in your mother's eye, the True Foam was the only thing, the Genesis on the market that maybe was, this was the baby.
Yeah.
It was a sub 200. It was great. This Vapor had an amazing sweet spot. I played this thing for months and months before the C45 came out. Tungsten Pod, shout out. The 11624 Vapor Power, not the Alpha. Again, I connected with the Power more, a little bit more crisp response that I prefer. As coming at my number 5 spot for 2025. A paddle I loved. And again, I think was just met with technology and future paddles, but necessarily in a vacuum is not a bad paddle. Number 5 for me.
I like that, dude. I mean, that was the paddle I was comparing
the paddle.
everything against for the first 6 months of the year. If you came out with a power paddle, there were so many that came in like above 200, and I was just was like, why buy it? You have the power. Actually, I had that one as an honorable mention.
That's your unofficial number 6.
That's his number 6.
That's my unofficial number 7. I have a 6.
Oh, jeez.
We all did 6s. Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
No, that one was so good. Like I pulled it out recently just to do some comparison, like with the Gherkin and some others Gen 3s that I've gotten recently.
Did it feel like an all court paddle after everything we've been spoiled?
Yeah,
with?
it's not as juicy as I remembered, but I played.
Heck no.
I played so good with it. Like it's just so easy to pick up and play. The feel's nice. It is a little bit like crispier maybe, but it's not like I don't like it when it gets too crispy, and it's not to that point for me. And yeah, that thing is money. A lot of people can play good with those paddles. All right, we'll go to me. I didn't say 6. I just have 2 tied for 5, but I guess we're doing 6 here. So for my 6, I had the Loco. I put the Loco hybrid. I just think, this one could easily slot higher. Like the numbers are just so good on it. The swing weight to twist weight combination is solid. It has a little firmer feel than a lot of these others that I prefer with that like floating foam style. And then it's just so easy to tune and customize, dial in. A lot of good things to say about it. I had it tied with the Franklin C45 hybrid.
Okay.
This one is my favorite Gen 3. Like this one wins it for me on the Gen 3s. It has its like there's so many Gen 3s that all just feel like you blindfold yourself, you go hit 10 of them, it's going to be tough to tell a difference. This one feels different, and it's better to me. It's easier to connect with. I love the tuning, the tunability of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it just gets better with time. It ages well. And anyways, that's my number 5. Plus, I don't feel like I don't know if I can spin another paddle as well as I can that one. For some reason, that one just dips for me.
I'll hold my Loco comments.
You got.
I doubt
he
even has his Loco in the top 5.
I feel like you want to fight me right now.
Yeah.
No.
Are you a Loco fan, Kyle? Wait. I really, interesting. I thought you had, okay.
I'll hold my Loco comments. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to number 4.
He wants to go 13 rounds with you on Loco comments. All right, Kyle, number 4.
Number 4. This brand I have given a lot of grief to for a while, and they finally came out with a paddle that I think shook up the market a little bit. The Selkirk Boomstick. Elongated.
Boomy number 4.
The elongated. It's just so much fun to play with. I don't play my best pickleball with it, but it is my favorite paddle that Selkirk has come out with in a very long time. Definitely edging out the era for me as far as how fun it is. And that's definitely my number 4.
Okay, it's coming in at 4. We know we got the elongated Loco coming in later. What is it about the Boomstick that makes it more difficult to control?
I don't. You know what's funny is I don't even know. I just think every once in a while I'll just hit an absolute rocket with it, and I mean that could just be me. But I get more consistency off my Loco than I do off the Boomstick, and that could be the way I weight it too. Honestly, my weight's lower on my Loco than it is on where the MOI is on the Boomstick.
Oh yeah, it could be a weight familiarity.
Exactly. Okay. So it could honestly just be like where I put my weight versus where they put the MOI and my technique. But I hit more out balls with the Boomstick than I do with the Loco.
Do you feel like the power difference is really?
I honestly don't feel that much of a power difference in those two. I just hit more out balls with the Boomstick.
That's fair. Yeah,
but it's still one
I
of
like the weight theory. Yeah, that one's no doubt that one's fun. All right, that's good. That's good. Do we got a Boomstick on Aaron's list? Let's see.
Who makes Boomstick again?
SLK, I think.
Schmelkirk.
Oh no, I got a paddle cover from a different company on it.
Ooh. Use paddle covers?
Oh, there she is.
Loco.
Oh man.
Loco.
And it's elongated. Elongated is number 4, that specific shape.
I like the hybrid more. I just grabbed it.
Oh.
You know what? I want the handle of the elongated on the hybrid. One of my favorite things is the Vatic long handle hybrid. That's like my new. I really, really love that shape. I just play, and I stink. I play a little bit better with the hybrid. This is still, if you're a hybrid player, you can play with this, no problem. There are some, I was banished from hybrid. I could not jump to elongated for a lot of paddles. Sweet spots are getting so much better. You can play the hybrid, or you can play the elongated on this. Again, but I think the hybrid I like a little bit more. And again, look at this PE grip, huh?
Yeah.
Crispy. Love this paddle. It's just so damn good. I like that it's denser in the era of everything is hollow. There is like no middle. Everything is tingy and deep. I like this thing's a little bit denser. Again, shout out to Bread and Butter for really just nailing this, and also just being specific. Like you can compare it at price points. You could say, well, let's compare it to paddles that are under $200 in foam. But you really can't compare it to feel, in my opinion. It's super unique. And I think the more paddle is a unique as far as where it slots in power and how it feels on ball contact, that will set it apart, right? Again, like there's so many comparisons on Quanta versus V-Sole or Quanta versus Boomstick or, things like that. But if a paddle feels unique, much like the Opal, why it lands number 6, then I think it's worth talking about. And so I don't think I play my absolute best pickleball with this thing, but I think 8 out of 10 people could buy this, be super happy. They have shapes, they have the branding. They finally did just so many things right. I think this is a wonderful paddle for most people in the age of foam.
Why don't you think
Number
you
4.
play your best pickleball with it?
Because that's for slot number 1, baby.
But
That's for slot number 1.
is there a big difference between that and
I think
slot 1?
I think the firepower is still a little high. I really think I like low end power, not 11.624 power, but where the new low end power stands. I think I spray a little bit with that still. And you know what? Even if like we are so subject to having these numbers in our head of me going like, well, I actually know according to Braydon's website that this hits harder than that. I think if you remove all the data, like you just play better with some paddles, whether you know the data or not. And I've just played enough pickleball with enough paddles to know I play better with this paddle for some of the reasons that exist on your website, and for maybe some like subjective reasons that I can't say why, but I just know it works. And so maybe that's not a great answer. I'll put it in that category
Of the subjective, not 100% sure why, it just is.
It just is, yeah. It just is.
All right, that's fair.
Number 4.
Any follow-ups on that one, Kyle?
No, I love it.
You're going to save your loco comments.
I love it. Yeah.
It's a great paddle. It's such a good paddle. That's awesome.
All right, for my 4th spot, you guys might be able to guess it. This is a recent one, but I'm going with the Enhanced Duo.
Woo!
So
recency vote.
I was gonna say the paddle
He's pulling a train guy
that I haven't got a hit yet. So
yeah. I don't think either of you guys have gotten this one yet.
Dang.
I guess they had like a limited number of review units for this one.
yeah.
Going out. So I put it in here not so much just because the elongated I'm just like in love with, but more so just the way the paddle performs. They're going to come out with a hybrid and wide body, which I think would work better for me. But I have high hopes for those. But the elongated as it is plays solid. I had to have some weight in the corner and then a butt cap to kind of bring the balance point down a bit. Or a cap coin. It's like a 119 swing weight, so that I like that kind of 115, 116 range. Oh, and anyway, so that kind of makes it a little more maneuverable. But for me, it was actually the reasons I am drawn to this one were similar to what you said about the Loco. Is this one has that crispness that a lot of people love, that gives you that feedback, that connection to the paddle, like where you just kind of know where the ball is going. But because it doesn't have the separated floating foam where it's has the core that kind of goes all the way to the edge, it's not as hollow. It gives you a denser sensation, and I'm just really attracted to it. It kind of fills a spot in like the plushness level. Like we have this like big jump where we have like, you have gearbox, J2 and F, and then it just goes up to these like floating foam cores that are really stiff, really hollow. There's not too much in that middle ground, and this fills in that middle ground, which is a spot where I think a lot of people are gonna like. I know that's the zone where I live and love, and this fills that for me, and it's the first kind of floating foam or just foam spot to really nail that feel, that kind of spot where it lands. So I think the feel's really unique. The price is going to be solid. These are going to be around $150, $160 after code. These aren't out yet. I think it comes out, I want to say the 13th or 15th. But it checks a lot of the boxes for me on the feel. And the power wise, like it's right up there with like the B&B and the VSOL, like it's in that realm. I thought we'd lose some power with its core design because it doesn't have that disconnected foam ring around it, but the power's still there, and I think it's an elevation in feel. Like I would go like duo in terms of like plushness. I would go duo, and then I would go B&B.
Okay.
And then I would probably go like VSOL Pro, Quanta, Boomstick is, I think, kind of where I'd rank those. But it worked for me. I like it.
Dang, that's a big deal. I mean, how long have you had this?
So
week
I
or
probably,
two?
yeah, it hasn't been long. I've only had a couple weeks. I've probably done about 4 sessions on it,
And I'll say it, Braydon is not subject to trends. Braydon is not subject to like marketing emails. It takes a lot for this guy to sway his head. So it's definitely got to catch your eye if it's got something new, because again, you're the first to dismiss that. I've seen this 1,000 times.
Yeah, I think we'll see more of it. We'll see when other channels start putting more time. I haven't really seen too much talk about it from other channels yet. But I imagine that'll get some noise. Anything that kind of fills in a gap. Like it's fun to see new tech, but when it fills in a gap, whether it's price or performance, it's fun to see that, and I feel like that kind of fills in that kind of fill gap that has been missing. Okay, number 3. We're getting to the top 3 already. Let's do a sponsor call out here for Holy. This is an electrolyte system. They have sponsored the pod for several months now. We're big fans of these guys. I use their electrolytes every time I play, but they have a 3-part system hydration program, I guess you could call it, that's built for pickleball: pre-game, in-game, post-game. Pre-game for energy, in-game for electrolytes, post-game for recovery. Their flavors are delicious. I finally got the Holy sent out to the people who won the giveaway for episode 100. So
round of applause for
yes.
Braydon. Here you go, Kyle.
It happened.
Hey, he's under a month on shipping. Guys, give him a break. This is good.
But everything is it's been trickling in here and there. I think that was the last piece. If anyone listening who got one of the giveaways and you're missing something, let me know and I'll make sure it gets finished. But I'm pretty sure everything has happened.
Someone's just gonna get an empty box and be like have the shipping label. And on Holy, like again, electrolytes are great, but like they got some more stuff. Like they have greens.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as someone who takes a multi just to kind of hit some status quo on whether I want to eat a salad or I want to eat like death, I'm a big fan of the greens. I'm a drink guy, and as drink guys, you just need different drinks throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so every time I take my dog on a walk, I get my Holy mixer. I throw in the greens in there. And between the 20-30 minute walk, I'm drinking greens. And so, again, it's not just electrolytes, it's the full system.
Yep.
And it is quite tasty.
Yes, go check them out. Link in the description, and you can use the code PB Effect to get a discount from them. And they will have Black Friday deals running, so be on the lookout for those.
Nice.
All right, top 3.
Number 3.
Mr. Cupcake.
None of you guys will guess this. All right, take a guess, Aaron, because we got 3 left.
Alpha 1.
No. That wasn't this year.
I'm trying to think things I've seen on Kyle's story, because Kyle, if he likes it, he'll put it on his story. Has this been on a marathon with you?
All right, your hint is that I gave this brand a bad rating last year.
Engage?
Which one?
No, Engage doesn't send me paddles. All right, it's the Franklin C45 elongated.
Yeah.
I
okay.
gave them the
14 or
biggest,
16?
The 16 always. I did give them the biggest flop of the year last year, and I think the C45 drastically changed that narrative this year.
No doubt.
It's a great paddle in all the shapes. Honestly, I mean, even when we were testing it, Braydon, like the 14 versus the 16, it's one of the few paddles that like both play like pretty similar and good. Like I don't think you go wrong 14 or 16. I think
that's not true at all. That is not true.
I don't
at all.
know. When we tested it,
there is more of a similar feel between the 16 and 14 as far as like impact feel, but I do think there are performance characteristics that are different.
But like impact, like if it felt closer 14 to 16 than like say 14, 16 Yola for sure. But yeah, 16 elongated. It's a good paddle. I mean, I can't. Shout out to Franklin. I still keep it in my bag most of the time, and every once in a while I pull it out and play it, and I play good with it. So
that's cool. I would not have guessed that.
I know you would.
Number sorry, remind me. What was your 4 and 5 again?
4 and
Let's say
5.
5, 4, 3.
So Boomstick was number 4, and then
Mhm.
Gherkin Wraith was number 5.
Wraith 5, and then C45 number 3.
So 2.
That's cool.
Only 2 left.
Yeah, that's good. We've already kind of harped on that. Like I had the hybrid in mind. We know that's coming up for Aaron.
What are you talking about?
It's a good series.
I might just go for a loop. You know, it's no fun when you like say that you have a paddle that you like, and then everyone is like, "Well, he's gonna have it later. He's gonna have it later." Number 3 is the J2NF.
Oh,
Is the J2? And you know what? If you get the early one, the J2 NFL, no lawsuits, please, at Honolulu. This also encompasses J2 LH long handle, J2 TI, J2K, and any other type of material they want to throw on to make an additional skew. I will say it loud and proud. If you are new into pickleball, if you're playing bad with your paddle for any reason, just buy a J2NF. It's just great. It plays amazing stock. There is like different variances and facing material. You can play your best pickleball with this paddle, and if you are not, it is your fault and drill more. Again, if you got short hands like me, J2NF is fine. Take the bigger face. It's basically like a Magnus of a hybrid. It's like a long hybrid face, right?
Yeah.
And if you need a longer handle, get the LH, get the long handle. I think that's probably the slightly superior shape. But like this, just go buy it. It's cheap. You'll play amazing pickleball. I was like hitting some paddles and I went to this thing and I just forgot how good it played stock. Again, you can tune it. You want to add some weight up top to give you a little bit more firepower and drives to be good. You want to make this thing a twist weight machine, turn it into an 8, put some like 3 grams on the side. You can. Like you will play such good pickleball with the J2NF. And again, like
Sold
shout
me.
out to
You sold me.
Honolulu.
I'm getting one.
So I know
sold.
I'm like shilling hard, but like I believe it.
What's your code, Aaron? I'm using it tonight.
Yeah, it's rhymes with PB effect. And the puzzle design, like again, like in an era of copycats and cloning and EPP, EVA surrounded cores, this kind of came out of nowhere and really has dominated. And again, you know what? If you really want to get into it, if you like really want to nerd out, you can go into like the FC Plus category. But I just think this is such a good paddle. For most people, if you're not like looking for specific things, you will play great pickleball with this. And for that reason, it's a personal favorite. I don't play it as much as I should for bad reasons, but awesome paddle. Right, number 3? Or questions to the committee. Questions. We will not take questions.
That's my only comment.
Let's go. Number 3.
We got it in. We got it in.
Kyle goes, C45, number 3. The correct answer was the J2.
The J2, I have specifically the J2NF LH. I think this hybrid shape is phenomenal. There's not another hybrid long handle that the stats are as strong as this one is, and the stats translate to play. So like you have this really unique shape with the long handle and the hybrid that is just phenomenal. And then to your point, like the puzzle design, like, okay, like we were early in the foam era. We had, what did we have? We had a blue core. We had
Genesis,
carbon,
Yeah,
and
carbon,
008.
blue core, and the 008. Yeah,
I think that was it.
nothing. Like,
that was
barely
basically it.
And then Honolulu was like, oh, remember us?
Yeah.
Like, I would not have guessed it was going to be Honolulu that was going to come out with the first like mega out. I mean, the carbons, the true foams were popular. I would not have guessed that Honolulu would have been the second. They came, and no one's milked it. Surprisingly, it's I still think it's a solid design. It's like when it came out, it was kind of that like, you know, lower power analysis, this all cordy kind of place now. But man, it is so easy to play. It's the forgiveness there, the feels there. It just feels very natural. It's got just enough crispness to it. And then super easy to tune. Played great with this paddle. If I'm like playing a ton of different paddles for like reviews or whatnot, and I have a tournament the next day, like I just go pick up this one. I did that this year. I go play the tournament with it. It's going to be easy. I'm a big fan of it, and it's. I think you were shilling, but I was not disagreeing with anything you were saying. Like
I look so much smarter now that you have corroborated number 3. Again, you want control, go TI. You know, if you want Kevlar, you feel like you're coming from a Ruby or you're still a big Kevlar fan, go Kevlar. I think they have red and blue.
Yeah.
You want just traditional carbon fiber, just stick with the NF. Like they have handle options and they have face options. You want the elongated? We'll even like you could maybe jump up to the J6. It's maybe like a brother copycat. And so it's just a really dang good paddle for most people. It's got firepower. It's got stability.
But it's like when people are being honest with themselves, like something they want to play their best pickleball with, I definitely think that one should be part of the conversation. it's kind of along the same lines like that Honolulu Power, or not Honolulu, 11624 Power Series, where it's just it's got just enough firepower to keep it dangerous, but it's just easy to pick up and play well.
It's for the same consumer, but maybe it's the foam version.
Yep.
But it's different play characteristics. It's got the foam. It's a little bit more damp.
A little more dampened.
It's not as stiff. But it fits that same like sub $200. This is the paddle that I should buy instead of buying the top of the market. That will meet everything I want and then some.
Yeah.
Like it fits the same customer.
And it's even held strong. Like it was early as one of the foams, but I still think it's relevant today, just as it was when it first released. Even though we're starting to see this foam market fill out, like it still slots in nice. It really hasn't had too many people come in and make like direct competitors that are even hanging with it or better. Like it's still kind of just living on its own in that space. Really, I'm trying to think of another foam that is in that same space as that. I guess you could maybe argue the VSOL Power Series, but that's not quite as forgiving as these. I don't know. Maybe the Diadem Blue Core, the Edges, kind of another one in the area, but there's more that have gone bigger power than that have kind of fallen in the space as it. But yeah, it's still relevant and it's staying strong.
Yeah.
All right, the top two.
Number 2.
Oh man, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I'm gonna show you guys my list with number 1 hidden, so you know that I didn't just make it up.
Number 2. I know what he's gonna pick.
It's the J2NF.
Oh, it is.
Wow. I actually would have guessed Yola Pro 4.
Really? You know, it's no. The J2NF. No, I agree. The J2NF's just like such a player's paddle. Like it's forgiving. It's got enough firepower. I loaned it to a local 5.0 player who basically stole it from me because it played so good. He just doesn't want to give it back. But it came at such a time where like it changed the game in the foam. It was a great paddle from Honolulu. I can't. I recommend it all the time to somebody that's looking to start of playing with foam paddle.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there we go. We beat on that one. That one came in number 3 for Aaron and I, number 2 for Kyle. What's 2 for Aaron?
You tell me.
It's got to be the C45.
No, it's gonna be another foam. He hasn't done boomstick yet.
I know. Oh, you're right.
Could be boomer. I feel like Aaron's a boomer. He's gonna bust out the flick. It's gonna be the flick.
That's a great guess. Flick F1. Except it's the boom.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I remember when we were sitting in Coeur d'Alene and they showed us the MOI system, and I went, that is so much weight on such a small area, so high up. You are so stupid. And it turns out the guy who doesn't own a super successful pickleball company was wrong. The fact that this is an elongated paddle and has such a good sweet spot is insane to me. And they really did unlock kind of the thought of, hey, maybe condensed weight in an area might be better than like 0.5 over 6 to 7 inches, which I really think was a popular choice before. Again, and a year ago, Kyle, when you were anti-Franklin, I think a lot of us were anti-Selkirk, right?
Yeah.
They hadn't released the Era. They hadn't released the Boomstick. The 007, can you, like, look, would you rather play this or 007? Hello? Like,
I
it's
use
not,
the
like,
007
they
to, like,
released
pick
the
up
same
trash.
in the same 6-month period.
I know.
Like, it's the same engineer? What are you talking, they didn't clear house, bring in new people, and then the new people are like, this is the one. They're like, oh, thank God. This thing plays great. Again, I think it suffers from some, maybe being a little too hollow, but I would take this over a Pro 4 9 out of 10 times. Again, it's a little bit softer. It's a little bit more dwellier. You get the Infinigrit, which, if you want to argue, maybe it has better spin, maybe it doesn't. I think the MOI system works wonderful. The sweet spot feels fantastic. This is an elongated. Again, you're talking to a chronic wide body and hybrid player. I think the design is good. I think Selkirk absolutely smashed this out of the park. I think the biggest con is $333 is very, very, very expensive and very aggressive. And I don't think you need to spend this much. But again, if you're going to spend the $280 for a Pro 4, you could probably find $50 in your pocket and just go Boomstick.
And get the lifetime warranty.
And to me, this thing feels a lot lighter than the swing weight suggests with the stock tuning weights on it. I think it plays great. I do think it probably has a little bit more power than what most people should play with. But in the sea of Pro 4s that exist on the market, I think most players would play better with a Boomstick.
The boomstick is so prevalent in our area. I played. What was this? This was Saturday morning, and as I was leaving, I was, I'm always looking at the paddles that people are playing, and I know most of the people, the players there, and I'm walking past this court. It's a 4.0 level court. There was 3 boomsticks and a YOLO Pro 4, and I'm like,
Kyle, I didn't know you were playing.
We need to get some NFs in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that people are just they love the crispy, the power style paddle. Even if it's not their best game, we gotta preach that. We gotta teach. But no, yeah, the big selling point for me on those is just the sweet spot, right? Like the way. I mean, I think the stock of those is like 7.2, and then with the MOI is what it gets it to like 8 ounces. But yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. What they it was pretty clever, really. I imagine we'll see some other brands mimic that weight and stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's good. Number 2 for me is the GX2 Power Hybrid.
I knew it. Knew it was coming.
Yeah, this one was the main for several months. Just the thing that attracted to me is it's in that kind of mid to higher power level, and to me it feels so good. It still like it's more muted, but it has just enough of a hollow feel to it that it gives you some connection to it, so you're not lost in translation after you hit the ball. And the dwell time, I'm still a little, I don't know, kind of wishy-washy on the dwell because it has such a high dwell where it lifts the ball so high on drives, flicks. I love it with flicks, defense, blocking, but when I drive the ball, I still have a tendency to make it a little too loopy, and people can punish me for that. And that's the only drawback I have for it. If I'm playing it consistently, I can usually dial it in, but I don't get that opportunity to play a paddle, stick with as much as I like. And so when I pick up again, I have to kind of readjust that loopy drive. But outside of that, I love everything about it. And I wish it was a wide body because I'm still a wide body guy.
Just hybrid and elongated on that one, right?
Yeah, just hybrid and elongated. But love the feel, the power, the pop, the way I'm able to control it with as much power as it has is unlike any other higher end kind of power paddle that I played. It's just the one I connected with and was able to dial in while tapping into that offense. So that's my number 2.
All
right, before we go to number 1, let's give a shout out to our third sponsor. This is Slice. These guys have tuning tools that are well known for their weighted butt caps. Weighted butt caps they're the ones that popularized that. You put weight in the butt cap, and it brings the balance point down, allows you to customize, put more weight in the head, and keep that paddle light, maneuverable at the net, but still gain those advantages of the stability and plow through that you get from head weight. And super high quality stuff. It's all machined in Arizona, and they recently released those sliders that are pretty slick. I've been testing those out.
Sliders.
And, I think they have a good product there. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, go click the link in the description and use the code PBEffect for a discount.
Boom.
Okay. We're down to number 1. We can skip Kyle and Aaron, and I don't think you guys are going to guess mine.
I'm gonna guess yours.
Okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Can I make one statement about the sliders just because we're not doing Kyle's Corner?
Yeah, go for it.
And I've gotten a billion DMs. I talked to Jason from UPAA, and I talked to Carl Schmidt from USAP.
Shout out Carl.
Super illegal for UPA. They will not be legalized. They have fear of them flying off. So period, illegal UPA. USAP, 100% legal, good to go. So you don't got to DM us anymore.
Thank you for reporting.
Hayden Patrickwood hitting a wiffle ball 1,000 miles an hour, legal. Something tightened with an Allen wrench on the side, on the side of a paddle, illegal.
Yes.
It's the best take I've heard all day.
All right, so my guess though, I'm gonna guess Braydon's before we get to him. We'll see if I think Braydon's gonna pick that new Engage, but you guys all know my number 1. It's gonna be the Loco E.
What?
Everybody's mind blown. I know. Gasp. I don't know. I just play great with it, and I got the sliders on it now too, and I'm playing real good with it.
Using the 5 or the 7.5?
7.5s, and then basically right where I normally put the weight at the, kind of right below the bread and butter logo. So it's probably, I'd say like 3 inches lower than like where the MOI normally is.
Okay.
On the boomstick. But
any handle weighting?
Not currently, but I have the Loco specific slice cap on the way.
You're gonna throw that in there?
Because they did the custom Loco slice cap, so I'm getting one of
Nice.
those for it. But plays great. I love it. You guys knew that that's what I was gonna pick, so I know.
That's okay.
Anticlimactic, just like we know
How's,
Aaron's about to pick the C45. But
How's the grit holding up on it? Because I've seen some kind of mixed reviews on the grit wearing down quicker.
yeah, and that what's interesting. So the pre-production model that I had, that has like no grit on it. Mine's holding up well though. The production model's been holding up pretty good so far.
How long have you had that one?
I've had the production one since they sent them to us. I can't remember. The pre-production one though is pretty old, and that one makes sense that there's like no grit left on it.
Okay. Yeah, keep us updated on that one. Cool. All right. Aaron?
Number one.
Tell us about that C45, Aaron.
It's actually the Reload. Shout out Reload. Cool paddle. Not released in 2025. I wanted to pick this as my number one, but it wasn't in 2025.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the reason.
It's the C45!
No way.
Hybrid, the blue, the one that everyone thinks sucks. But if you're a nerd like us, you can just slap an infinite amount of weight on it, and you can make it a Frankenstein paddle to whatever you want. Okay, it comes in with a stock twist weight of 2.5, but you can tune it up to 10 if you want. The thing is awesome. I don't know. I just fell in love with this paddle early. And Braydon and I got silver and 5-0 under in a tournament. And I think if you're not playing 499, if you're not playing with a paddle that, one, you're not thinking about when you're playing, two, you just like and you feel like it's your friend, and three, you're not kicking your friends' butts, then like, why is it your main? And I could tell you all the reasons why this thing works. That it comes in so stock, and so I can go 0.5 gram all the way around, and then I can go 1 gram 3 inches up the sides, and it feels great. But I just play my best pickleball with it, and I don't think when I got it 6-7 months ago, I knew it was going to be the one. But I'm glad that I gave it enough time to find out, because in a world of so many paddles that I could switch to a J2.5 and play great pickleball. I think there's a mental aspect of, I think I play better pickleball with this than I do with this. And because I believe that about my game, I do think I play better pickleball with this. And so if you don't have that paddle that gives you confidence, I think you might have the wrong paddle. And so, and again, like there's 14, 16. I think the 14s are much better. They released the Paris Todd version. There's the new Hayden Patrickson version. Like there's tons of colorways. The silver metallic is awesome. If you want to go into aesthetics, I know that's so subjective. But for me, in 2025, I have found my most enjoyable, most fun, best pickleball with the Franklin C45. I wouldn't have guessed it, but I think that's what's awesome about pickleball, is things surprise you, and it's great. And, man, I've beat so many people with this paddle. Everyone who's played me, this is what you lost to.
That's
and
the
I'm
one.
sorry.
What did you get a freshie? Because I know that you were.
This is the oldie. I don't know if you could look at. I don't know if you can see this thing. Maybe the 4K. This thing has been through war. Yeah, I stole JJ Pickleball's freshie. The thing was sitting on the shelf, turning into a coaster. I saved it. It's funny. This one has never had a rattle. This thing has got 300,000 miles on it. Never formed a rattle. I get his, play it for 10 minutes, glue rattle.
No.
And so, yeah, I got a freshie right now. But legit, I'm going to buy one here soon. And for reviewers to buy paddles is a big deal. And so... yeah, it's an awesome paddle. I just love it. I connect more with the 14. But again, there's the 12, there's the 13.5, the Paris Todd, all the way to the 16.
Is this the only 14 you've ever like really mained?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think through. Yeah, I think I've traditionally stuck with 16s. I think you guys were talking last week about 14, 16. Again, there's so many paddles. I think there's 14s that play like 16s and 16s that play like 14s and 14s that have power profiles of 16s and 16s that have control profiles. So I think it's tough to say 14, 16. Again, I think this plays so forgiving for 14, but it also might be part of the fact that you can tune it so much. But yeah, I think it might be the first 14 I've manned. But again, I could play with that Paris Todd 13.5, which I think plays much more like a 12.7 than it plays a 14.
Yeah, that thing jumps.
Play pickleball with that too. So yeah, C45 is my number one paddle. 2025.
So it's not a foam. It's not a foam. Do you think the feel? There's something about the honeycomb feel that works for you more than foam does?
I do. I think a lot of people again, it doesn't have it's hollow, but it's not as hollow as some other ones. I think most people who are still in the polypropylene world, it takes time to transition to foam. Remember when we were playing True Foam Genesis and we were like, this kind of feels like we're speaking a different language a little bit. And once you're like in that country for a month or so, then the language starts to feel normal. And then once you switch back, you can kind of feel plastic again. But I don't know. And again, I didn't put Era in just because I didn't put enough hours on the Era. Like, I have heard a lot of people that say the Era is better than the 11.624 Power, and the Era is a better version than the C45. And again, it's the whole semantics of Quanta, VSOL, all of these paddles. But yeah, did I answer your question?
Is there a foam paddle that you think plays most similar to the C45? Like, if you were to pick one that lines up with it, what would it be?
No, not that I've played. I think it's just got too many polypropylene. I mean, so I've been really excited to hit this duo because you say crispy dense, and I don't know if that is a 1-for-1 with the C45. I definitely think if it's got
more
some crispy,
C45 kind of world, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to try that one as far as a crispy foam per se. But no, I think it's pretty unique. Again, I know what they say double turboformed, how many marketing that is or how real it is. I just know it plays different and I play well with it and I like it. And so it could be as simple as that.
That's good. Do you have any other questions, Kyle?
No, I mean, I agree with everything he says. That's a great.
Yeah,
panel.
we all had the Franklins in there. Was that the only non-foam we had?
I had the 11.624 Powers.
I guess
number 5.
Okay. Yep.
And I had the Gherkin at 5.
And the Gherkin at 5. Okay.
Good for you.
So yeah, we had a little mix. We had a mix. How much longer do you think it is until polypropylene is gone, or do you think it's always going to have a place?
I just think they keep making more foams, and because they keep making more foams, it gives more people to, like, on the automotive lot, there's more foam paddles to buy. So
it's just going to naturally.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think there's just still a huge place for plastic paddles. Absolutely.
All right, my number 1. This was the paddle. It wasn't the Engage, although I did dig that Engage, Kyle. This is the one I ended up playing in the tournament with Aaron when we did our event here. Was the VSOL Pro the Bloom. So this is a $100 foam. This is my favorite right now. I've been playing that gearbox for that was my main for such a long time, and I was just craving a wide body again. I kind of thought I wanted like a hybrid, and I just missed the speed, the extra forgiveness that I get from the wide bodies.
Sure.
And then kind of the wide body foams that I've been liking, this is the one I'm drawn to the most because I like the shape. It has that longer handle that works for me. Comes in a little bit lighter. I can tune. I got 2 grams on each corner here, so I can get it to a place I like. And it's just not like it still has that hollowish, stiffer feel to it, but it's not as much as a boomstick or a Quanta. And so I connect with it a little bit easier there. And the more I play with it, the almost like softer it gets to me as I kind of like adjust to it and get a sense for it. And then it's only when I leave it, go hit something else, and come back and compare side by side, I'm like, oh, I kind of didn't realize how kind of stiff this paddle is. But it you just I don't know, I would just get used to it. It feels really nice and comfortable. Don't have to think about it. You play, its speed is there, that forgiveness is there, and that's what I value a lot in these wide bodies. And so that's the one. $100.
Would it be your number 1 spot if it was $220?
Yeah, when I'm picking paddles for myself, like because of our unique situation where we have so many paddles, like price isn't even like really a factor. It's all performance for me. So
good to know.
I imagine that's kind of the same for all of us today, where we're picking like our 5 favorites.
Yeah,
that work well for us. It was like kind of price out the window because we have the paddles. We're fortunate that way. But yeah, the fact that it was $100 worked out. So before we close this out, I have a fun stat for you guys. I'm gonna have you guess. So I was gonna bring this up at the very beginning, but I forgot. So we'll do it here at the end. I went and looked up how many paddles I had in my database that were released in 2025 because I keep that stat in my table. And so I got the number. And this is just the paddles I actually entered in my database. I imagine it could be a little higher than this, but I want you guys to take a guess. How many paddles in Braydon's database were added this year that were released in 2025? This isn't just series. This is like number of paddles.
So wait, which multiple shapes is 1 paddle?
No, so like the gherkins have 3 shapes. That's gonna be
okay,
3
so
paddles.
that triples the number.
So that
Okay.
triples the number. So Kyle, we'll give you the first guess. Then Aaron,
90.
And then, okay.
Well, I mean, playing the numbers game, this is, I just got to go a little bit above. But, people say I'm very good at math. People have said that.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
We're at 100.
down the street
Your
the
mom
other day.
doesn't count.
We're at a shout out Becky. We're at 113.
113. All right. So the answer is 168.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Multiple shapes, really.
And
just
that's
that
only
one
what
thing.
you entered. So there's still a bunch of brands and paddles that didn't get entered.
Yeah, I would bet it's closer to 200 like paddles received.
That is so many pickleball paddles.
Isn't that insane?
In 1 year.
Yeah, a lot of paddles.
Well,
Anyways.
I have no problem picking, guys. Hopefully you can find your perfect paddle.
Yeah, but that just kind of goes to show like how much these 5 paddles kind of worked for us and how much they kind of stand out above, because get a ton of paddles. It's tough to kind of get to the spot. I did have some other there's so many good paddles. Like we always say this, right? And like these top 5s, we get kind of nitpicky, but there's a lot of good ones. And if you're ever questioning why I can't review every single paddle, that is why.
Yeah.
And again, do not forget the best pickleball paddle is the one that you are winning with. If you are winning with a paddle that is old, it is like 3 years old, and you're winning and you're playing good pickleball and you feel confident, like great, you have found your paddle. You do not need to chase anything new, anything fancy. Like it's the one that you feel you're best with, that you're winning with. If you're losing, it might be a drill problem, it might be a paddle problem, it might be a combination of both. But certainly you do not need to buy one of these 168 to be a better pickleball player. But why not try, and why not use Pickleball Effect?
I want to double check that's 168. Like that just blows my mind.
I
That's
really
what
thought
wrote.
it was 113 if you want to change it.
And I wonder if I like wrote down the wrong number. So I'm gonna don't leave yet. I'm gonna grab.
Here
I'm
we
in my
go.
database right now.
We're doing
I'm
a
looking for year.
recall, revote.
We're fact checking.
We're fact checking. Okay, I'm under the gun. Okay, year release. That's what I'm looking for. Equals 2025. Well, it's gonna be so embarrassing. It's like 50.
13 paddles.
No, it's got to be.
Okay,
It's gotta
100.
be.
It was 159.
Okay.
That's
Where I was it too far off? I think 168 might have been. I had that number written here. I think that was the number of titles that ALW had.
Yeah.
And then I had written.
That's a cool stat. She's got more titles than paddles released in 2025.
Yeah, so it's 100. It's 159 is the
Go
correct
ALW.
the correct number.
Can you imagine how many she'd have if she used tungsten?
Oh no. Okay, I found the number I wrote. I wrote down 165. So I have 159 on my table. Then I have like 6 on the staging that I've written.
Okay.
So 165 is the complete. I'm gonna guess I got 180 to 200 paddles this year though.
Dang.
All right, I feel good about those numbers now. They're legit. That happened. That's how many I received. Oh, that's so bizarre to think about. I'm not over it. All right, that's
This was a ton of
gonna
fun. Yeah.
that's gonna conclude it for us. It'd be really fun to hear people's responses in the comments. What are your top 5? What have you been loving this year? Tell us what those were. We'll see where they're lined up. And thanks for joining with us.
See you guys next week.
Peace.